Welcome to Ornaments of Grace, stories for Advent and Christmas. From the book of the prophet Micah. He shall stand firm and shepherd his flock by the strength of the Lord. He shall be peace. Oscar Romero, born into a large family in El Salvador, was ordained a priest at age 25 in 1942. He quickly realized that radio could reach peasant farmers who felt unwelcome in churches. So he convinced 5 radio stations to broadcast his sermons each Sunday. At first, Father Romero was comfortable with this outreach, which was good, but he was not eager to effect social change by challenging political leaders. In 1974, he became Bishop of Santiago de Maria. This changed his outlook considerably. Bishop Romero found that children in his diocese were dying because their family were too poor to afford even simple medicines. He used his own resources and those of the diocese to help out, but he knew that wasn't enough. In 1977, Romero became Bishop of San Salvador, the capital city of El Salvador, where the military were murdering the people, especially those who stood up for the cause of justice. Thousands disappeared, and Romero demanded that the president of El Salvador investigate the murders. He was ignored. But he kept raising by his actions and words the injustices that were occurring and made the world aware of the atrocities in El Salvador. He knew that peace could only come if people could have decent food, clothing, and shelter. In 1979, Oscar Romero visited the Pope and presented him with a list detailing tortures, murders, and kidnappings throughout El Salvador, where the number of murders per month rose to over 3,000. Archbishop Romero still used his radio broadcasts, where he tried to offer his people the only thing he could: news about what was happening in the country, how the church should be involved, and hope that his listeners would not lose faith, since their hope would not be in vain. On March 23, 1980, he went onto the radio to speak directly to soldiers and policemen, saying, "I beg you, I implore you, I order you, in the name of God, stop the repression." When saying Mass the following evening, Oscar Romero was shot. What prophetic words he had just spoken before his death. Those who surrender to the poor through love of God will live like grains of wheat that die. The harvest comes because he dies. Oscar Romero became a canonized saint on October 14th, 2018. He stood firm and shepherded his flock by the strength of the Lord. He pointed the way to peace. Saint Oscar Romero is the 22nd Ornament of Grace. He shall stand firm and shepherd his flock by the strength of the Lord. He shall be peace. Observing the beautiful ornaments, What can you do to support efforts for justice and peace in your community and globally? What can you do to support good shepherds who stand in the strength of the Lord?
Shalom World Podcasts is now available on all online platforms, including Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and others.